Hello, my name is Randy, and I'm here today not just for the men of World War II and the men on D-Day. I'm here for the VA hospital. I depend on the VA hospital and their services. I spent my time in the Army. I was in 11 Delta. I was a recon scout. When I finished with my military service, I joined the Montana Air National Guard. I spent well over 20 years in the Montana Air National Guard as a security cop. What I have for medical mostly comes out of the Veterans Administration. But on D-Day, those men that landed on the beach at Omaha, which was the 1st Infantry Division, which I am very proud to say I was a member of, not then, but after the Vietnam War, and the 79th Infantry Division that landed on Omaha. Those men believed that if something happened to them less than death, they would be taken care of. They had to fight horribly hard for benefits when they got home. They did not have PTSD. They did not have traumatic brain injuries. They were just forgotten. That's a fact. Now we have the VA hospitals in much better shape since after the Korean War and the Vietnam War. And we need to keep these hospitals going and functioning. Donald Trump and his administration want to take away the rights of the soldiers that paid the price for this country. When they signed on the dotted line, Donald Trump said they knew what they were signing for. They didn't. 18, 19-year-old boys didn't know the horrors of war. When they come back, they did. Now, the Trump administration is trying very hard to decrease the number of people that work at the Veterans Administration's hospital. It's terrible. They want to save a few dollars, so what? Which every one of you people here know that they can give the rich a nice, fat tax break. And they're going to bend you over the table and smile. And I'm not joking. What we need to do, everyone here, is need to look around and ask your friends and neighbors if they will do the right thing, which is calling our representatives, and I'll read your names off just in case you don't know, but I know you know. We need to call them and leave them a short message. Thank you for not supporting Donald Trump. We cannot vote Donald Trump out as a state. We do not have the political power. But we have our representatives that damn sure can. They're the ones that if they cut Donald Trump off at the knees and say no to his policies, when he writes his mandates, our representatives can say no. Congress does not have to give away all their power, which they've almost already done. Our Supreme Court is as crooked as a dog's hind leg. Everybody here knows that, but we need to spread it to those people who listen to the podcasts who are stupid. We need to bring these people back into the fold. Educate them. They're getting their news off of a podcast. It's stupid. You can't fix stupid, but you can try to adjust it. All right? I'm not going to say any more. I think I've said enough. Everyone knows I do not support the Republican administration, but give your representatives a call, and drop my cane here and I'll be in real trouble. Oh, yeah. Okay. I got a nice little speech here. All right. We must all fight to keep the veterans. The World War II veterans are all but dead. Now we have a few Korean War veterans. and many Vietnam War veterans, and we have the Gulf War veterans, and we have veterans that are fighting all over the world that we don't hear about, that need the support of the Veterans Administration. Please call our crooked Republican state representatives and tell them not to back Donald Trump. We're going to have Trump for 3 more years, but if our Congress cuts him off at the knees, it'll be over with. He won't be able to sign any more mandates or whatever else he thinks he does. But the one thing you all want to worry about, and this is from my heart, the people Donald Trump is using against us now are ICE. All right? They're wearing face masks. They're not wearing badges. They're not wearing name tags. We have no idea who these people are, but we do know they're heavily armed. It isn't going to take much of a civil disobedience to have those poorly trained, all white individuals opening fire on a crowd. Donald Trump himself said, "Can't we just shoot him in the legs?" As a quote, right? Now these fools that he's employed, poorly trained, may just well do that. But what happens when they shoot above the legs? That's all I have to say. Thank you very much for listening.